Galnet News Special, 3rd of September 3307. 4 years ago, in mid-3303, bioengineer Edmund Pierce helped a kidnapped test subject known only as D2 to escape from the Oaken Point research station. He promised to take her home and left her a ship and a series of beacons to follow.
Set the escape pod to the rendezvous point. You'll find a ship waiting. Travel to Col 69 Sector JI-I C10-4. And if you believe in anything, I suggest you pray to it. I can't stay here too long. Don't feel safe. Like something's about to appear in the sky any second. I've plotted a route to Rago DK-R B4-1. There's no reason for me to be there. Meet me, but please, don't be too long.
You were supposed to be here.
I'm trying. The project isn't going well. It's hard for me to get away.
Screw the project! You said you would get me home.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, one more stop. I'll find you. I promise.
Where?
Sinufe GB-0, C9-8.
I'll try. I'm tired. I'm scared to close my eyes.
The dreams?
Just meet me.
I'll be there. I promise. Stenson suspects someone helped you escape. I can't do anything that would draw suspicion. Look, they've reassigned me HIP 22460, and I've got to go, no questions asked. I've embedded the system permit code into this message. I want you to take it, give it to the press or the authorities or whoever you want. But don't you ever come back here. You run. Run as fast and as far as you can, and never look back. I'm so sorry for everything we did to you.
It's a wreck today, but 4 years ago the elusive Overlook Megaship was the Black Flight's forward operations base. The Black Flight had been tasked with suppressing all knowledge of the Thargoids, apparently to allow Azimuth Biochemicals to get a head start in mastering Thargoid technology, and to develop Thargoid-based weaponry before turning their technology back on the Thargoids and wiping them out. Neither the Black Flight nor Azimuth seemed to have been aware that the growing human presence in the Pleiades would soon bring an onslaught of many thousands of Thargoids. The Black Flight had also been tasked with capturing a Thargoid vessel. Azimuth Biochemicals had been undertaking work codenamed Project Seraph to interface human minds with a previously captured Thargoid scout to allow human control of these alien craft. It was these barbaric experiments from which Edmund Pierce had helped test subject D2 to escape. He was assigned to HIP 22460 because the first scout had suddenly stopped working. At Fort Asch on Planet 7C, Professor Kaylee Oren of Azimuth Biochemicals was directing efforts.
Following Professor Dawn's reassignment, I'm responsible for logging the next phase of Project Seraph. The primary objective is acquiring a new Thargoid vessel. Our human pilot integration tests aren't going to achieve much without one. The staging facility in HIP 22460 is up and running. Black Flight ships patrolling in anticipation of non-human activity. Ground teams are examining the system's 2 Thargoid surface sites in the hope of attracting a Thargoid vessel.
The professor mentions that arranging for the system permit lock was not cheap.
The permit check is still active in this system's nav beacon. I have to say, the considerable investment in securing that permit is impressive. Pass my thanks on to the relevant donors.
The project isn't having much luck finding any Thargoids. Oren is frustrated by this, especially because there seem to be plenty of Thargoids elsewhere.
multiple pilots have claimed they were pulled out of hyperspace by an alien craft.
Blackflight was not expecting this resurgence of Thargoid activity in the Pleiades, and must have been finding it increasingly difficult to keep a lid on the news. There are 2 large Thargoid surface sites near the megaship Overlook. This proves an excellent opportunity for the scientists to research Thargoid technology and to look for signs of the virus that the IIIA and Commander John Jameson inflicted upon the Thargoids to end the First Thargoid War in 3151.
The surface sites are providing valuable data on Thargoid architecture and construction methods. I've requested a sweep for evidence of mycoid activity on these relics.
The project eventually encounters a Thargoid vessel, but not the type and not in the way they'd anticipated.
One of our trade ships has encountered a possible Thargoid vessel. The trader jumped into HIP 22460 with a delivery for Research Site Bronze when it was yanked out of hyperspace. The pilot claims his modules were temporarily shut down. An alien vessel, much larger than the one held at Oaken Point, swept the trade ship with a visible energy wave before departing through a rift in space.
The size of the craft is unexpected. The scientists of Project Seraph have only previously seen scouts. The encounter makes the Professor more hopeful that she might be able to capture a vessel, but the non-aggressive behaviour is a puzzle.
I don't know what to make of the encounter. Thargoids have always been aggressive towards humans. Why intercept our trade ship only to leave it intact? Was it gathering information? Attempting to communicate in some way? The potential answers make me a little uneasy. At least violence would be typical behavior, predictable even. But this report suggests an adaptation of sorts, the kind ordered by further up the chain.
And then, very quickly, things get out of hand.
Less than an hour ago, a Blackflight squadron was intercepted by Thargoids. 7 Blackflight ships were en route from Research Site Bronze to Fort Asch. They picked up an unrecognized signal source and were ordered to investigate. What little telemetry we have shows the ships were attacked soon after dropping from supercruise. At least 3 Thargoid vessels were involved. The skirmish, if what happened even qualifies as one, lasted less than 2 minutes. Professor Dawn always sounds so confident when he talks about our study of Thargoid technology. Our dominance over the aliens seems certain when he discusses Project Seraph. I'm fascinated to know what he makes of this.
Meanwhile, reports are carried in the galactic media that Professor Ishmael Palin has confirmed that the unknown ships that have been hyperdicting commanders in the Pleiades are Thargoid. A federal convoy that had attempted to seize Palin's data is found utterly destroyed by alien craft. Commander Edward Lewis makes his famous broadcast from the site of the massacre, instantly ruining Azimuth's plans for keeping the Thargoid secret, and triggering the order to withdraw from HIP 22460.
This is an urgent message from Commander Lewis. There are forces out there who do not want you to know the truth, but I have to make this public. I found a ship in HIP 17044, a federal cap ship, shot to pieces. They were carrying the data the Fed stole from Professor Palin. The crew is entirely dead, but they discovered something important about the unknown ships. There is a beacon in the wreckage broadcasting a message over and over. It proves what we suspected. They are back, and the whole galaxy needs to know. The Thargoids have returned.
Attention, Blackflight operatives. Thargoid forces have been reported in numerous systems. Superpower military presence in the Pleiades is likely to increase. Major news coverage is imminent. Continued knowledge suppression efforts are untenable. An immediate withdrawal order has been issued. Squadron leaders must ensure all Project Seraph personnel have evacuated HIP 22460. When complete, all operatives are to return to their designated ports for debriefing and reassignment.
At Fort Asch, Kaylee Oren reluctantly wraps up Project Seraph. Like Professor Dorn at Oaken Point, she's resentful of the decisions of her paymaster, who she refers to as the Witch.
This will probably be the final log for Project Seraph. I don't see much point in continuing after the withdrawal. I know. The Witch gave the order. That attack on the Federal convoy is going to draw the superpowers' attention to the Pleiades, and the Thargoid presence is growing stronger each day. We can't risk exposure, so we're pulling out and taking our research with us. I get it. It's just frustrating. I was so sure we were making a difference here. The first human-piloted Thargoid ship will be a huge step in our technological evolution. We were getting closer with each test, and then it just stopped. The objective was to find a new Thargoid vessel. As though it were just a matter of time. I guess you could say they found us instead. I'll be at Azimuth headquarters for a full debrief within 48 hours.
There is no record of what happened to the megaship Overlook, but it clearly failed to follow orders and to retreat in time. Attacked and destroyed by Thargoids, an automated beacon on the now lifeless vessel is broadcasting an SOS. Less than 2 months after the Azimuth withdrawal or attempted withdrawal from HIP 22460 in August 3303, Professor Alba Tesreau of the Achenar Research Council announced the establishment of an organisation, Aegis, to study Thargoids and their technology and to develop effective strategies to deal with the aliens. Since then, researching the Thargoids and protecting humanity has become a very public undertaking. The fate of Azimuth Biochemicals, however, remains unclear.